Isaiah 58:1. Cry loud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show thy people their transgression. Yeah, so I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Yahawashi on our side, so don't try to move us. We got next, and this wicked king is almost over. For our people, edification, my folks, soldiers. Isaiah 58:1. Say, let the trumpet blow. Hey, we them Hebrew Israelites, it's time to let them know. Say, let the trumpet blow. It's time to let them know. We them Hebrew Israelites, it's time to let them know. To cry loud, spare none, show them transgressions. For my people never considered they the real Jews. History stolen with that whip, got our back bruised. Still dying in the ghettos, got us trapped in this matrix. Time to open up your eyes, it's too real, we can't fake it. The Most High's on its way back soon. The whole reason why we went into slavery, cause we broke the commandments. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Who is this nation of people? Not the seed of Ham, but the seed of Shem. From the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. Revelation 2 and 9. Don't let these fake Jews tell you a lie. In due time, they all bow down. I wanna get my crown and stand firm in this truth. Ha Mashayach Yahawashi, that's his Hebrew name. Wasn't no J's in the Hebrew letter. So I carry this truth like I carry my sweater in the winter cold. This what you ain't been told. Esau is cover blown. We let the trumpet blow and let all my ox know that you a set apart nation, ain't compared to none. And when the Most High return, these other nations done. Isaiah 14:1, we gon' possess the land, and they gon' try to cleave. And the Most High said it all is book of prophecy, a hard pill to swallow, but when that light shine, it's real bright, and the Most High is our lifeline. So Quam Yasharala, rise, O Israel. Hey, Quam Yasharala, rise, O Israel. It's time for you to wake up out your sleep. Romans 13:11, our salvation is near. Lift up thy voice in the streets so the whole world hear. Yeah, so I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Yahawashi, he on our side, so don't try to move us. We got next. Hey man, this wicked kingdom is almost over. For our people, edification, my folks, soldiers. Isaiah 58:1. Say, let the trumpet blow. Say, we them Hebrew Israelites, it's time to let them know. Say, let the trumpet blow. It's time to let them know. We them Hebrew Israelites, it's time to let them know. Say, let the trumpet blow. It's time to let them know. We them Hebrew Israelites, it's time to let them know. Would you denounce wicked traditions or not? Go to church on pagan Sundays, don't keep the Sabbath at all. That's why we standing on these corners, get this message to y'all. That you living in the wicked world, they knowledge is flawed. Full of satanic practices, the Vatican worship the Black Madonna on the low. Why we die from Planned Parenthood, this is woe. Why you think we quoting scriptures, going head up with the beast, spreading righteousness ooze, leaving our enemies duped. This institution is through. We got the spirit of a lion and the power of Yeshaya. There's no way we could expire. I'm on fire. The Messiah is the root of the fire that be all up in my bones. And the prophet ain't respected at his home, but the truth won't stop. Don't try to make us to be wrong. And the scriptures bear witness to the things that we speak. Blow them trumpets, blow them trumpets, we them Israelites, man. And we 12 tribes deep, hear the message that we speak. Blow them trumpets, we them Israelites, man. And we 12 tribes deep, hear the message that we speak. Well, I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Yahawashi, he on our side, so don't try to move us. We got
I'm tired. I've been on this plantation all my life. I've been enslaved all my life. I'm tired of being pushed and pulled. I'm tired of the master doing his bidding. I want to leave. Oh.
You're doing this to yourself, Pats.
You know why we're not afraid? What? He's great in Turb. Turb was destruction. Y'all think it come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying, yes, we can. No justice, no peace. Bring it out. Fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not rap too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfuck popo. This my battle cry. Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that they stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfuck Jewish. We lords, generals, arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege, given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say Jacob gon' take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my sharecrop. This lily grew through concrete. We march to our own drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped up for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. It's for Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives know red dot that feather. Me primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out, put the headdress on. War paint and I'm not rap too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfuck popo. This my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and that painting of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm hired. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat, fashioned in the trap we escaped. Our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnate, so be hopeful and know I bring word from A and O to Pharaoh and white folk. Let my people go, cause that's my battle cry.
All right, so grace and peace. Most God bless. Thank y'all for tuning in. Now, people, Edification, F.O.P.E, Civil War. I am your host, Shar Sham. And tonight I came to speak with the family, give y'all my opinion on some things. Wanna discuss some stuff, how to survive in the falling away, and my opinion on the movie The Road. I think y'all should go check out. So, shouts out to all the moderators. Starlima Firestone, most God bless. King D the Show, most God bless. Please, one love, shalom, sis. everybody in the chat, Lima, Star, God bless Queens, Obadiah Israel, and everybody who's in the live. Y'all please like the video, like and subscribe and share. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank y'all for tuning in. So family, last night I took the opportunity to go and watch the movie The Road that everybody kept telling me to watch. And I think everybody should go check out the movie The Road. There's a lot of stuff in that movie that I felt was good, and some stuff I felt they were sending a mixed message to people when you watch it. But it was powerful. So, are we in a time of the falling away? I believe that we are. That's my opinion. I really believe that the falling away has really begun, and it's going to get real bad. So I want to share some videos with y'all, and I want to give y'all some commentary on the movie The Road. And somebody want to come on into it later, I guess. But we'll start this thing off. So first, I want to start off by reading 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And we're going to start at verse 1 to 3. It said, "Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahawashi, Yeshua Ha Mashayach, and by our gathering together unto him." So that's what we need to do. We need to be gathering together unto Yahawashi. This is the way to life and truth. No man come unto the Father but by him. And that's my whole goal and journey, is to lead y'all's way yet. Because he is the way. I am not. I'm not your leader. Okay? So don't follow me. I tell y'all that. The audio is messed up. The audio is messed up. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, how do I sound now? If I sound better, can y'all put a 1 in the chat? Do y'all still hear the echoing? Family, do y'all still hear the echoing? I sound good? 1 for sound good? Okay, I guess I'm good. Okay. So I guess I should start over on what I was saying then. Sorry for that. Sometimes Restream act up. I guess I gotta reconnect my microphone and camera. All right. So this is what I was saying. You know, I think everybody should go watch the movie The Road. There was a lot of important information in there. This is dealing with the falling away and after the aftermath. And you know, my brothers and sisters told me I should go check that movie out, so I did. I watched it last night, and I felt like it was some good information and some cross information in a time like this when it happens, that they want people to be compassionate. And I'm gonna get more into that and about the movie, but to me, it was some good stuff and a lot of bad stuff in it, as far as the communication and what was going on in the movie. So I wanted to touch on that, but I wanted to touch on a few things as far as the falling away, and is we in the falling away. A lot of people in the community had hard feelings against me because of what I said. Shalom to my brother King Judah show too, my big brother King Judah. Appreciate you riding with me, family. We are men with our own mind and our own opinions. Nobody's supposed to think the same, think alike. The Most High gave us our own mind for a reason. Okay? And we are not going to agree on everything. But when it comes to protecting your family, you have to do what you have to do. Okay? No matter what nobody else think about you. At the end of the day, if something go wrong, you are to blame. You can't blame no one else. So don't ever let nobody else make you feel bad or put you on a guilt trip because somebody tell you that they're Israelite. And just because they're Israelite, you got the right to help them, or because we same skin complexion and color and all that stuff, you got to help somebody. It always don't work that way. Yahawashi say, who's my mother? Who's my father? Those that's doing the will of the Father. So they my brothers and sisters. And if I got it and I can help them in a time when I can help, I'm going to help. But if I can't help, I'm not going to jeopardize my life. I'm not going to jeopardize my livelihood. And I'm not going to jeopardize my wife and children for some foolishness. And I stand on what I say, and I'm not taking nothing back. So I want to start off with 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Ha Mashayach Yahawashi Yeshua, and by the gathering together unto him. So that's who we should be gathering unto. Ha Mashayach Yahawashi. That's who I'm trying to lead y'all to, because that's where I'm trying to go. Okay. Yahawashi Yeshua is the way, the life, the truth. No man come unto the Father but through him. And that's who I follow. Yahawashi Yeshua. I'm not y'all leader. I'm no one leader but the leader of my house. So I'm telling y'all, don't follow me. And everything on here, I'm just giving my own opinion and my thoughts on the best way that we can survive as a people. I just want to openly say that, because people have called people their leaders in the community, and it's like the blind leading the blind, and they believe anything and everything that someone say. And I'm not 100% right on everything, but I try to be right and closely accurate on a lot of things to the best of my ability. But I'm just giving y'all my opinion. Verse 2, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as that the day of Christ is at hand. So we know in the time that we saying the Lord is coming, you know, a lot of other events have to take place, but we know the Messiah is going to be returning sometime, but no man knows the day or hour. And the Most High can speed this thing up any time he wants. And it seems like this thing is starting to move at a fast pace, because these people is trying to take control, and they doing it by force now. If y'all paying attention to what's going on, and not local news or worldwide news, but by the news of the people themselves, the people who got cell phones and showing you what's going on in the areas where they at. And this is how the news war and info war failed them, because they thought when they were just giving people cell phones that they could just use cell phones to track people, and they didn't know the cameras would spread the news, the real truth, and they just couldn't lie to the masses no more, what you show on CNN and Fox News. Verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall come, except there come a falling away first. And yes, family, I believe that we are in not the beginning of the falling away, but we are in the falling away. I believe cold-heartedly the falling away are here. So we're in that falling away, and it's happening. And that man of sin be revealed, and the son of perdition. Okay? So I believe we in that time, and I believe we in the start of the falling away, or inside of the falling away. And it's just going to get worse and worse with the rises of gas prices, the rises of food, them killing off the animals, and many things that they are doing. And they're doing this stuff on purpose. They're doing it on purpose. I don't know if a lot of y'all believe that, but they are. A lot of this stuff that's happening, it's not by coincidence. These mass killings back to back, it's not by coincidence. There's no way you have a school shooting, you have a a school shooting, a market shooting, and then you have a daggone 4th of July shooting back to back like that. All this is to start the war on gun confiscation, the abortion thing, Roe versus Wade, sterilizing people, the infant Similac shortage, all this stuff that's going on right now, family, is all planned and designed to see how, when it really happens, what are the people going to do? Like I said before, if people fighting and going crazy and beating the hell out of each other over some goddamn toilet paper and paper towels, imagine what they're going to do when ain't no meat on the shelves. And when you watch the movie The Road, ain't no meat or no grain, and they actually eating people. And the scripture talks about the cannibalism, and that's not going to be me. So I tell everybody, no matter what you do or what you take from Shar Sham, take this from your brother, that he always warning you and telling y'all, stock up. And deep down in my spirit, I feel like something is going on and something that's going to happen. It might not be real big or real extravagant, but something is going to happen. But the Most High put it in my spirit to say, Shar Sham, keep on prepping. He told me spiritually, prep till you can't prep no more. Get more than enough. So that's what I'm going to do. So I want to share this video with y'all, family. And I'm going to commentary and talk about my opinion of the movie The Road later. But I want to show this video of some things that's going on around that some people may not be privy to. And these videos was made today. So I want to share this video with y'all, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Let me play it.
We all know that our corporate and government overlords have the most perfect plans when it comes to the food shortages, but also to make sure that we have access to only the most nutritional food available to us. But just this past Monday, a Reuters article titled, "Dutch Farmers Protest by Blocking Supermarket Distribution Centers," highlighting the facts that these...
Hold on, family. Let me pull up my fair use. I think I have it on here. If not, I don't. So I'm going to just say fair use. The use is fair for knowledge. Fair use, okay? I'm airing these videos for educational purposes, not to make money. So fair use. Because I don't have the thing on the restream. Okay, so let me finish.
These farmers won't trust their amazing overlords and the perfect plans in place. And that's all. There are numerous countries worldwide that are going on protests about the food shortages. But let me tell you how all of this is part of a wonderful master plan by His Royal Highness Klaus Schwab. In fact, the plan outlines how we need to surrender more power to our corporate and government overlords to figure out what we're going to eat and how we're going to eat it. And we don't need to apply any critical thinking because our amazing and infallible leaders are already taking initiatives to take control over the food production so that we don't have to. Take example, one of our overlords, Bill Gates, is actively buying thousands of acres of farmland so that he can make all the decisions on how food is produced. Bill Gates...
Now, I'm going to commentary the video some, so I'm going to stop hearing that, family. But did you hear what the man just said? He said Bill Gates is buying up thousands and thousands of farmland, which he is. It's true. Bill Gates is the eugenics. He believes in depopulating the earth, okay? So this guy that's doing this now is one of the ways to depopulate is by food, because if you don't have food, water, or medicine, and that's how you control the people, you're going to die. That's what, no matter what. I don't care how much riches you got. It don't matter. But if you don't have food and water or medicine, the people going to die. They're going to be wiped out. This man is a eugenics. He know what he's doing. He's smart as hell. So he's saying, hey, I'm going to buy up the farmland and regenerate the food and modify it in a different way. Just like the white box mouse experiment when they started out with the GMO food, and they kept telling everybody, "Hey, the seedless fruit is better. It's GMO. It's good for you." But it was putting these big blocks on a white mouses, and they were dying. And then scientists said, "Hey, people should not consume GMO food. It's not good for you." But they were still putting it on the shelves. So this is no difference. So the man is the devil the Bible speaks of. He's trying to control the food, and he's pretty much, they already poisoned us, but they're pretty much just going to give us poison. So I'm gonna let it continue playing and keep commentating it.
Is now considered the largest private owner of farmland here in the United States, with over 269,000 acres of farmland in his tender care. Just for context, the U.S. Department of Agriculture estimates that there are approximately 850 million acres of farmland last year. So that means Bill has 849,731,000 acres to go. In fact, he might just be saving us from all the food plants that are being burned down by magic. And of
So now, why is food plants being burnt down? Hold on, family. All right. So don't y'all find it strange? Don't y'all find it strange that all these food plantations is being burnt? I wasn't aware of this. This was a shocker to me. I said, "Oh, wait a minute." So this guy buying the farmlands, they killing the animals off. But y'all say Shar Sham is crazy. Something ain't right with you, or you don't care about your people. Nigga, get out of here. Y'all must be nuts. I'm going live talking about this shit all the time. Because to me, if y'all can't see what's going on, then y'all blind as hell. Please like, subscribe, and share the video, family. But listen, they burning the food plantations. Why? Because they causing it on purpose. Buy up the land. Pay the farmers to burn the oaks and the crops. Okay? That's the steps of it. Take it over. Replant bad food. Give it to the people. More white box experiments on the people. Okay? And then all of a sudden, booyah. The food plantations all of a sudden going up in smoke. Different ones from different places. Stop it. It's not a coincidence. Well, let's keep it going.
Of course, the food plants weren't burned down by some malicious people looking to cause artificial food shortages. What a silly idea. So clearly, we trust Bill Gates and his plan, as somehow all these food plants are mysteriously burning themselves down. And when asked why our overlord Bill Gates is buying up farmland, he is so passionate in making sure that we eat the type of food that our overlords want us to eat. For example, Bill wants some of the more affluent countries to stop eating meat and rather switch to 100% synthetic meat, which
I'm sorry, I had to close some of these tabs. Okay, he said he want us to switch to 100% synthetic meat, meaning not real. Who wants to consume synthetic stuff? Something like it, but not really like it. So, do y'all see the games and the plans that these people plan with the food? That's why the scriptures talks about how we're consuming poison. That's what they're doing to us. They really out here lively poisoning the people. Bill Gates, are eugenics.
He is clearly obedient to one of the top 6 Great Reset goals by 2030, where all of us will eat less meat and eat more fake meat. And everything fake is just better for you.
Aspartame side effects, there they are.
The overlord Bill Gates is setting an amazing example for us to follow. Another way that our corporate overlords are taking care of us by seizing all food production is through the Rockefeller Foundation's 2030 goal to completely transform the American food system. And their pure and perfect goal for the US food system is to promote social justice, environmental protection, and fairness. Wow, it already sounds so amazing. And at the same time, the Rockefeller Foundation wants all of us to eat more insects as a source of protein instead of meat. In fact, the collection of our true masters, the World Economic Forum, published an article about this, saying, by 2050, the world's food supply will need to feed another 2 billion people. Insect farming for food and animal feed could offer an environmentally friendly solution to the impending food crisis. Yes, I can begin to smell the flavory and savory smell of barbecue insect. And I know what you're thinking. No.
See that guy? That used to be me. Overweight, tired all the time, flabby and unfocused.
I don't already eat deep fried cricket just because I'm Asian. And unfortunately, there are people all around the world that is choosing to disobey our corporate and government overlords of their perfect plan for our food. We're seeing rebellious behaviors in places like Ecuador, where people are protesting the food shortage. So the Ecuadorian government declared a state of emergency to take away the citizens' freedom to assemble. That would teach them. And across the ocean in Sri Lanka, the Sri Lankan government chose to obey the Great Reset Edict by using less fertilizer that the rebels are claiming it led to a food shortage. And coming back to those rebellious Dutch farmers, they are protesting for the same reason that the Dutch government is wanting to use less fertilizer and livestock to protect the environment. Clearly, those Dutch farmers don't know anything about our infallible and the most perfect plan by His Excellency Klaus Schwab. And don't they know that we're trying to eat more fake meat and crickets? I mean, where do these people think we get our food from? Farms? And back here in the United States, our totally legitimate and alert president who never falls off bikes, Joe Biden, announces new measures to reduce fertilizers and expand the US crop production using the power of Biden's mind. Wow. So clearly, the United States won't have any food shortage problems at any time because clearly our amazing and perfect president has a plan. And you know what? The plans to reduce fertilizer use and to eat less meat is all part of our amazing plan according to the Great Reset Edict. In fact, if you want to politely remind everyone and not forcefully convince them to eat less meat, the World Economic Forum has an amazing article that talks about how you can convince others to eat less meat. And when it comes to fertilizers, the World Economic Forum wants all the farms to model what China did to use less fertilizers. Well, because China really cares about the environment. So as you can see, you can totally trust our amazing corporate and government overlords when it comes to our food. And because we aren't capable of critical thinking and choosing for ourselves, we need our government and corporate overlords to choose what's best for our food. But here's the ultimate reason why you need to surrender your rights to choose your food to our corporate overlords. It's more than just about our food. And let me use a notable example of a country that is the prime example of excellence, and that is Cuba. Cuba's perfect governing system obviously has a full control over the food supply and production in the country. But there are people who are ungrateful of such generosity of the Cuban government. In fact, the totally unbiased Cuban media source says that the government of Cuba was able to crush the rebels and the ungrateful protesters by peacefully blockading them in their own homes, preventing them from marching against the most benevolent government of Cuba, who definitely doesn't use violence to keep people obeyed. But there are rebels in Cuba who dare to question the media's truthful reporting, saying that the protests stopped because the Cuban government artificially adjusted the price of food to be lower so that these rebels think twice about protesting. Quoting from an article by Foreign Policy, it reads, Yosmani, a Cuban citizen, believes lowering prices was a government ploy to butter up Central Habana's residents so that they would not protest. If residents can't afford food, they'll be content. But you know what? Sometimes you just need to keep people hungry and feed them at the right time to stay obedient. Anything to get the rebels to stop protesting. Like keeping the rebels just barely starving so that they don't have any energy to fight back. Great job, Cuba. And to implement the perfect examples from places like Cuba and North Korea, we need to trust our corporate and government overlords and surrender our need for independent food production. And we can definitely trust them to not take it far like Cuba, because, well, I have full confidence that all of us here would just obey, and there's no need for our overlords to use our own food supply to crush any rebellious thinking. As long as you're in full obedience of our corporate and government overlords, you will be fed with fake meat and crickets. But if you choose to rebel and dissent against them, no fake meat and crickets for you. So just like that, a plan is in motion for our overlords to seize their rightful power over our food production and supply so that they can keep the obedient feeding and the disobedient starving. But you know what? There's luckily another plan that our overlords have so that we never run out of food. And that is definitely not depopulation. So if you'd like to see how the Great Reset overlords are not going to depopulate the earth, click on this video where we fully unpack their perfect and global Dutch farmers' protest by blocking
So family, as y'all can see, it was a lot of powerful information in that video. But y'all clearly see that they made a move to control the resources. They controlling the food. So they already at step one. That's step one of the falling away. When they get the medicine and the water, then you know the falling away is pretty much, it's done. It's over. They in full effect. You can't do nothing now because they don't want you to be self-reliant. So if you ask me, it's very important that us as people should be prepping medicine, water, and food for long-term use, because you don't know how bad it's going to get. And I think it's going to get really bad. It's going to get really worse than that. Shalom, Elder Qanath, most high bless. I think it's going to get really worse than that out here, family. I think it's going to get real crazy. And we just need to prepare ourselves. So I got another video I want to share with y'all. This video here. And we're going to talk about the shift and the prices and the rising of the food prices and everything. That they're not, I don't think these people plan on dropping the gas prices, the food prices, or anything. And I feel like when they gave people $15, the inflation, they just did that. And they gave that to the people. And they gave them $15 as they thought they was going to be okay and they can survive. And then they brought the inflation up to put them right back under the poverty line and keep starving them out. You know how the system works. It look like they doing something right and good, but truthfully, they not. They got a hidden agenda behind it. And to everybody out there who may have trouble buying what you need, you want a fixed income or anything, you know, I pray the Most High bless y'all and you'll find a way to stock some supplies or get ready for what's to come on the earth. Unfortunately, and I will say this, unfortunately, yes, some of us is less fortunate than others, but all of us go through trials and tribulations. I have brothers hit me all the time from different spots in Africa and all over the world talking about, you know, they poor and they got a poor village and they need money. And I'm like, listen, man, I can't send you money every week because you saying y'all trying to build this and y'all trying to build that. And I live in America. I got bills too. I got a family too. And I understand people pain and what they're going through, but I can't save everybody. That's why I had to stop accepting all these friend requests on Instagram and Facebook, because a lot of these people from different places is Israelites, and then they all asking for money. They all inboxing you, please donate to this and please donate to that. And they really think that you're rich. And I'm not a rich man, but I cannot help everyone. I cannot help everyone. So sometimes I can just help you with knowledge. If I have a donation to spare, sometimes I will help you with that. But I am not a rich man. So let's get into this video here. And y'all tell me what y'all think.
Australia have been encouraged to refrain from turning on lights after dark, particularly between the hours of 6 and 8. They have also requested that they do not run their dishwashers or any other appliances, and that they turn off their lights between the hours of 6 and 8 p.m. in the event that they can. This is to ensure that they do not experience a loss of power. The use of coal to generate electricity accounts for 65% of Eastern Australia's total power generation, yet more than a quarter of that capacity is currently unavailable. This is a significant issue, and when coal accounts for 65% of your power generation, you can't simply quit utilizing it. Norway has initiated a whole new tracking system for all of its food acquisitions. If you just got a shiver down your spine, it's because we've been saying that they want to track your social credit score and that they want to track everything else. If you just got a shiver down your spine, it's because we just said that. One of the reasons why people are urging you to store up now is that once they begin monitoring or limiting food, it's possible that you won't be able to make all of those purchases. This is one of the reasons why people are telling you to stock up now. Either they will restrict your purchases or report you if you make too many purchases of food, or...
Now, y'all hear that, right? Now, y'all know they already got the food restrictions. Because some of these places you go to, they say, oh, you can get 2 meats per household. And Target, a sister uploaded a video that said you only can get one women, what's the feminine products for the woman? 1 per lady. So y'all got to understand, in the next pandemic that's going to happen, that Biden said that's going to happen this year, they restricted a lot of stuff from the first one. But I'm telling you, it's really going to be hard body on this one. And ladies, the most thing y'all should be stocking up on is feminine products, because once they run out of that, tampons and pads, all that stuff going to be like, they're going to be worth gold. They're going to be worth gold to barter, because that's one thing about women. Y'all need something for y'all menstrual. So y'all definitely should be stocking up on some of that, ladies, having extra pads and tampons and things like that for yourself. My wife ordered a few big boxes for her stuff when I told her about that off of Amazon, and we had stored them away for her stuff. But I'm trying to tell y'all, they're going to start tracking the food if you buy too much, because I heard of this before, that the food rations is going to be like, you only can buy so much, and then they're going to want you to buy just enough food that's going to last you for that week. And then you can go out again and you can buy enough food for you just for that week. It ain't going to be no more, oh, you can buy in bulk or you can stock. Everything is going to be moderate, like a computer generated system where you on a timer or on a clock, meaning this is your meals, this is what you get. It's like a modern day slave. That's what it's coming to, family. And it's at our door right now. Sister Yaya said, we can only buy 2 of everything already in the store closed at 3 to sell only 2 neighbors. Yeah, see, that's crazy. That's crazy. But they already controlling it.
Or both. This past week, stock prices have been falling like a rock. I want to give you a bird's eye view of what just happened. $3 trillion have disappeared in the last week or two. This is called a bear market sell-off, and it's hurting retirement plans. This may be part of your stock investment portfolio, and it's also part of mine. This is not a good sign. I don't have a lot in the market myself, but I have a lot of friends and family who do. This could be because they have few options in their 401k, or because they just invest in the market. The fact that the market is still worth $3 trillion should tell you that people are saying, I told you so. Technically, it could go to zero if everyone sells and no one buys. If that happens, everyone would have to give it away for free because no one would buy it. However, someone will eventually buy it just for the business's assets, so that's a very long way to go. Honestly, silver and gold quite possibly will drop along with the market right now. That's a fair warning I'm going to just give you right now, okay? Silver and gold tend to drop as people lose tons and tons of money, and they start selling assets that whatever's not nailed down. and especially as they start selling things that haven't gone down quite as much, so typically when the market drops, silver and gold tend to drop along with it, so food is a better investment. In addition to that, we are experiencing difficulties in the housing and mortgage markets. This week, the average interest rate for a 30-year loan dropped from 5.23% to 5.78%, which is a drop of almost half a percentage point in just 1 week. That's huge, and it's already caused home prices to drop by 20% in some areas of the United States. In comparison to the same time period in the previous year, the number of mortgage applications has dropped significantly. The projections for what the gross domestic product will look like for the second quarter that the Federal Reserve of Atlanta, which tracks the GDP, is now projecting that they brought it down again. And it's now at 0%. If it goes negative, if their projection goes negative, then they are projecting that we are currently in a recession, and that we have been since January 1st. 2 quarters of GDP negative growth means you're in a recession. Since January 1, people who said, hey, we're going into a recession, have been technically right. This is what people on the street are telling us. Big news out of the UK is that 40,000 rail workers are going on strike starting this week. This will shut down the whole country's transportation system. The 40,000 workers are from Network Rail Limited, and they are warning that only 4,000 to 5,500 of the regular 200,000 daily trains will be running, and that large parts of the railway network will be closed. Whoa, that's big news, isn't it? There's a lot going on in the world, so make sure you and your loved ones are stocked up and ready for what's to come.
All right, family. So that's crazy. As y'all can see, it's a lot of things going down. And so we need to sit here and think to ourselves, well, how should we going to survive the falling away? Well, I can tell y'all my thoughts. The platform is open now if anybody else want to come on too. But I can tell y'all my thoughts on how we can survive this falling away. And I also want to give y'all my thoughts on the movie The Road that I watched. And I think everybody should watch it. I don't have my disclaimer on here, so I really don't want to show it, the trailer, because I know 9 out of 10 they're going to end up giving me a copyright strike. At least if I had the disclaimer, I'm going to have to add it on to here. Then maybe I would have a better chance at that. But when you go watch the movie The Road is a deep movie. And it was a man, his wife, and his son. They were surviving in a crisis. His wife, she decided to die and just lay down and die because she got tired of living because it was too hard to survive the falling away. But the main points that I want to make in the movie that I got from it was about people wanting to be compassionate to people. And how I spoke about how you can't help everybody. When y'all go watch the movie, the man, he was trying his best to teach his son how to survive there. Letting them know we can't help everybody. We can't do this. We can't do that. We trying to survive. We're starving. They're starving. We're in a world now where people eating people. But he was teaching his son, we don't eat people. So his son really was the weak link. His son was rebellious, and his son was disobedient to his father, just like the scriptures tell you. But his son was hard-headed. And what I took from the movie, from his son, he wanted to help everybody that he saw, wanted to talk to everybody and just believe and trust any and everybody that he met out here. And that's what I was speaking about to y'all when we was reading 2nd Esdras 15 and talking about how your neighbor ain't going to have no pity. They're going to come and destroy your home and your goods for the lack of food and bread. Well, when you watch the movie The Road, it was beyond that. It was terrible. And the little boy was so compassionate for other people and worried about everybody else. He pretty much destroyed him and his father because he were a fool. And this is what I mean. You having a weak spirit. You've seen so much death. You've seen so many people dead. You've seen so many people dying. And brothers get mad at you because when you tell somebody, I can't help them. Well, I can't. In this movie, and I'm glad the Most High made me go watch it, because it's a perfect example of what I was saying, how people use anything. It was even a scene where a guy, when they found food, the guy stole their food and was going to leave them for dead. And the little boy got mad at his father because his father got their food back, made this guy strip naked and took everything from him and said his son was crying, talking, no, don't kill him, don't do this, don't do that. And he was like, what are you talking about? He was trying to show him this is the only way we can survive. He took everything for us and was going to leave us for dead. And you worrying about him. That's how you end up dying in a survival situation, because people not going to care about you. So why should you be compassionate for them? When a man stole his food with that knife and walked away, he didn't care about them. He ain't leave. He ain't take a little bit of food. He took the whole cart. But his son was so compassionate and worrying about other people and what they wanted to do and the things that they had, that he lost his sense of self, because they want people to be, when it's a time like this, what I saw him on there, they want you to think like a child, as he can tell a man or a parent what to do, and have compassion when people want to be ruthless and take from you, want to rape, kill. You cannot be compassionate in a time like that, because his father told him he's going to die anyway. And I agreed with the father. He's going to die. He was already dying. He said, please, man, don't do me like this. And he said, well, why did you do me like this? You didn't care about me and my son. You didn't care if we was going to survive. You took all of our food. But y'all say Shar Sham heartless and wrong. But like I said, when you in a real life situation, I guarantee, oh man, I'm so tired of y'all with this porn stuff, man. They need to YouTube need to do something about this. I'm sorry, family. They need to do something about that though. But the son, he was a weak link. So I'm gonna give y'all an example of what happened right in the movie. Some more examples. The father traveled around, was trying to take his son different places so they can have security. The father found the bunker, y'all. A bunker full of food, water, and everything. But the father was still paranoid and shook. He had a gun. The son heard a dog, said, it's a dog up there. So the father heard the dog. And he was like, well, it's not safe here. So I think we need to go. So in the movie, what I thought was crazy about what I saw in the movie at the end was he heard a dog. The dog found the bunker where they was at. But they didn't see the dog. But what I found interesting in the movie was at the end of the movie, I saw something. I said, wait a minute, something ain't right with this. What was the purpose of these people doing this to these people? What y'all going to find in the movie The Road, you have a family of a man, a woman, and supposed to be his 2 kids, was following this father and his son. And they say, we was worried about you. We was making sure you was okay. But why was y'all worried about him but not worried about the father? So you track these people and follow these people. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. In a crisis situation, when things going down, it's a series of things going on. People watching you, looking at your every move, saying everything that you're doing. And these people followed this man and his son for miles and miles and watched them day in and day out as they was trying to survive, saying we was worrying about you. Why are you worrying about somebody else's child when they with their parent? Didn't make sense. But I knew that these people who went to the little boy after his father died in the movie were watching him for a certain reason, because they had a dog. So I said, oh, it makes sense. Y'all was the ones that followed them to the bunker. because the dog was barking. You knew he was there. The same little boy that he saw that he got was going crazy. Said, I see a boy, was the same little boy at the end of the movie that was with the man that he went. A little boy going with the family that was tracking him and his father for miles and miles and watching them. Think about that, family. They try to play with your psyche. It's something that's not right with that. Something is not right with that. If you're in a crisis situation, you found an underground bunker with food. First thing I said, wait a minute, something not right. You got an underground bunker with food, all this shit stored up down there. It should be a gun or a couple guns in that underground bunker. And you should lock yourself in and stay there. But the father wanted to leave because he was scared. Because nobody can get in there once you lock yourself in. You turn the thing, it's shut. Only way they can pry that thing open is they would need a crane or some type of bomb to blow that piece up, boom, and then they could get in there. But the end of that movie didn't make sense to me, family, because I understood that they want people to think in a crisis, when it's all going down the drain, they want you to think like a child and want you to be compassionate to people that's going to rob, steal, and try to kill you and leave you for dead. They want you to think like a child and not like an adult. And he told his son, I'm not going to be here forever. I'm trying to teach you how to survive in this. And trust and believe me, his son wouldn't have survived in that. His son was a fool. He was even holding an old man's hand he just met. And he told his son, don't hold his hand. Why you holding? You don't even know this guy. You just holding another man's hand. Like, why you're not listening to your father? Why you ain't doing what your papa telling you? It's life or death whenever you meet anybody. And even someone of your own nation. You cannot trust everyone. Okay? So that's my thoughts on the movie The Road. The Road was a good movie, but it also was a movie of bad intelligence for adults. They want you to be compassionate to those that's trying to kill you, to those that's trying to steal from you. They want you to be compassionate like the little boy that says, show some humanity. But the people in the movie doesn't got humanity for you. They don't care about your family. Because those situations that I was speaking about, when y'all watch that movie, they was in those situations. His son was always crying, no, don't do this. But people trying to kill them, and the father got to kill somebody to save them. The little boy screaming, no, don't kill them. Don't hurt them. They even shot his father with a bow and arrow. Okay, damn near a few times. Tried to kill him, and then he killed the guy, and then the lady got mad at him. So in a time of war, family, when people's ruthless, savage, trying to take everything you got to do what you got to do. And you can't let children control the situation or think that they know more than you when you an adult and you out here teaching them how to survive and you're just a kid. It doesn't work that way. And that's just life. So far as what I said and how I feel, we're in a time now where we can help each other. But in that time, I cannot help you. I can't. Because at the end of the day, my children is more important and they have to eat. It's nothing personal. The time is now to prep, to buy your food, to buy your water, to buy everything you need to survive. If anybody would like to come on, I think I dropped the link in the chat. I'll drop it one more time. And we can discuss anybody. It doesn't matter. And I just wanted to bring that out. And I'm going to go over some other stuff I wanted to bring out about some survival stuff we should be getting or need in this time, because I believe the falling away is here, family. It's right here in our face and it's happening. And we should ignore all the people who has bad things to say, disrespectful things to say about us. We're the ones should be preparing the way for our family, because we might need to stand still for a while. And with standing still, you got to be stationed and make your way and eat, because it's not going to be good to go out there when people are rioting and killing and looting and shooting and living lawless. The safest place to be is inside your home with your door shut, your windows locked, put some wood barricades up in the most places where people could try to access or get into your house. Be armed and stay safe with your family. Because in that time, I'm trying to tell y'all, in that time, like the scripture says, they will have no pity on the young, the old, babies. It don't matter. So we have to be wise. It's nothing personal. It's just truth. We have to stop looking at the scriptures in an emotional way. Okay? And don't look at it like that, because war is savage. Every time they go to war with these other nations, what they do? They be over there killing, raping, pillaging the children, the women, all that. It's nothing wrong with helping your neighbor. Shar Sham, that's what I mean with helping others. I mean, if we could help them with ways to get ready now, then it's a whole other topic. I agree, Elder Tashaka. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. And that's what I mean. I would love to try to help them, but truthfully, I don't know how, because I myself and F.O.P.E, we don't have the finance to try to help them. Or anyway, we don't have the means, the backing, or anything. We don't even have a big church or congregation where we could do anything like that for them. And that's why I was saying, if we want to speak on us as a people and as a nation, then I'm going to say this. They would have to go to those of the nation of Israel that's financially stable, that have that money, like GOCC, IUIC, Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ, ISUPK, people who got money and been stacking money and been getting it from the government for years. We're not the ones that's financed that's going to be able to do that, because unfortunately we don't have the currency, and that's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? If we had or Sakari, the kind of money that they've been making off their people and having the big GoFundMes, we don't possess that. And it's no hate against them, it's just the truth. We can't do nothing without finance. F.O.P.E doesn't have the finance. We doesn't have the finance or the finance support. So it would be impossible for us to help a lot of people out. We don't have the finance to help the people. The best thing that I can do to help the people is give them the wisdom that I'm giving them now, because we don't possess the currency. And a lot of things that I think for us, what's happening with us is that way, that the Most High want it that way. I think the Most High don't want us to be a big congregation. I think the Most High don't want us to have that kind of finance, because I think the Most High got us as a small base and trimmed F.O.P. trimmed us all the way down to the way he did for a certain reason, because he know if we had that kind of finances, man, Elder Qanath could be tempted. He don't want us to be tempted. He don't want us to have all this kind of money and that stuff, because that could change people's minds when they got too much money, or they'll take time doing other things, and that's not good. And I'm kind of glad that that's that way. I can make my money on my own. What is that? Kanaga Naya? I don't know who you are. Can you show your face, please? Oh, that's in the back. Not you, Shaw. The person that's in the back chat. I know you can hear me. Shana Ganaya. Can you show your face? Okay, I couldn't. All right, thank you. I never seen you before on here, but all right. Go ahead, Shar Yakatas. Yahweh. Shalom, Most High bless.
Shar Sham, Shalom, peace and grace. 12 tribes scattered abroad. You know, just concerning the topic, the Bible says that the love of many shall wax. It also warns us in Nazareth about a man not having pity upon his neighbor. And, the scriptures also tell us to be sober and to be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, looked to seek who he may devour, just roughly paraphrasing. And I had posted a scripture talking about how Saul was David's enemy continually. So Israelite on Israelite crime is a very real thing. You know, I love Jacob, but we can't obfuscate the truth. Wifey sent me a video today of these dark age images of brothers who had cut the brothers' heads off that was prophesying. Like, she showed me pictures of Ivan the Terrible. So we have a long history of black on black crime, and in the day of destruction and anarchy, The love of many is going to wax cold. The scriptures is warning us about that. A neighbor is not going to have pity on his neighbor. So you gotta think very circumspect in that day.
Con, you absolutely right.
I wanted to go ahead and yield the floor and give somebody else the opportunity to speak on it, but yeah, it's a serious.
Yeah, sorry. Brother Qanath, I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. How you say your name, brother?
It's Qanath Ganaya.
Okay. Ganaya. Okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
Ganaya.
Yeah.
Shalom.
Ganaya. Salakia. Shalom, King. Most High bless. Thank you for tuning in for Our People's Edification, Civil War. This your first time on the show?
No, it was as my third time I had tuned in. Yeah,
no,
my
like
third
actually
time.
on the platform, like actually on the platform speaking.
No, when that was yeah, that's my first time. Yeah, I got the platform, yes, sir.
Oh, okay. That's why I was asking you, because I never seen you before. But okay, brother. Welcome. Most High bless. You got something you want to say? You can go ahead and speak.
Yes, sir. I appreciate what you're doing, man, edifying the people. I had stumbled on F.O.P.E through Natalie when she was doing her series on the Canaanites. So that's how I went across y'all, and you know, I've been hooked to y'all ever since. Y'all speak the truth, and y'all just bring the real. You know, when I say real, recognize real, and you can tell it. So I'm just blessed to be in y'all present. But yeah, I just wanted to back you up on that because we as the Most High people, we are compassionate, and we want to be compassionate, help each other, and help people. And I was torn also about this because I was like, you know, what should I know? But I would know when he built the ark, he wasn't building it for everybody. He was building for him and his family. And when the flood came, you know, the people, when they him to let us in, he told them, you know, I'm not letting you in. You know, you had all this time to repent. Now you want to come in, you know. So when he was preparing, he was thinking about him and his family. So that's how we have to be, you know. The scripture says the most for you, then who can be against you? And that's how we all have to think. The most side is for me, who can be against me. So everybody got to be for themselves. If the most side is with you, and you family to take care according to the scriptures, that's your responsibility. Your wife, and that's it. Your family. Those times, yes, we gonna have to be gritty. But you know, as far as now, if you can help somebody, of course you want to help your brother. But when times get hard, you know how you say, if you can't be sweet like that, you be sweet, you gonna get ate. But yeah, that's how they are.
Qanath, appreciate you. Elder Don P, you got something you want to say something real quick, Shar?
No, I was just agreeing with the brother concerning being circumspect and having your loins girded up in that day. You know, like he was saying, you can't be on no sweet stuff.
Yeah, Qanath, and I appreciate you tuning in. You know, Naphtali, our F.O.P.E sister. Shout out to the Queen Naphtali. Go ahead, Elder Don P. Don P, you there? Okay, I guess he'll come in.
Good evening, y'all. Good evening. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. You sound like you got a delay. Go ahead.
Shalom,
yeah, I was just saying good evening. Good evening, y'all. Good evening.
You got another screen open now because we hand it. You got another screen or something open. You got
I had to close that out.
Okay.
Yeah, I closed it out. Everything is very serious right now, and I'm glad that you watched that movie, Shar Sham. And I'm very happy about some other things I heard earlier. Um, my people, you're being edified right now to understand the times that are about to come upon you and the days that are about to come upon you. This is no joke. We are not playing church. This is very serious. You need to look at your finances. Also do your projections and plan accordingly. Not everybody has the ability to flee Babylon. So you're going to have to hunker down and you're going to have to do what is required for you to survive the terrors that's coming up on this world, on this earth. I'm always keeping my eyes open for how can this benefit me in terms of being prepared. Because I'm really, I mean, me and Debar was talking today. I am really not trying to get caught in America. I'm trying to leave here before the doors close. So we're doing some analytics on various different things, looking at trends, historical trends, and those type of analytics in terms of the threshold of where it got to the point of the lockdown, because they're getting ready to they get ready to do this thing again, man. This is all controlled, and I can't really speak on this platform in that kind of way, but this is all controlled and it's all contrived. Ain't none of this accidental. And it's always it's very well sectioned. These people play 9-level chess. You need to know which level you're on and what game they're playing on that level, so that you can avoid the pitfalls and the traps. There's a lot of interesting conversation going on about today about traps for those of us who are looking moving forward. So, you know, as Yahushua, our brother told us, our older brother told us, we need to be as wise as serpents. And the reason he told us we need to be as wise as a serpent is because that's the system we're working in. This is a serpent system. And I really wish I could bring it out on all the things that pertain to the serpent that relate to this system and everything that we're dealing with right now. So that's why he told us to be as wise as serpent, but be as gentle as doves. But he was talking to his brothers and his sisters, and he was admonishing them. That's how you're supposed to treat your brothers and sisters. Sham, let me land my plane, or else I'm gonna be on here running my mouth all night.
I got you, Elder. It's all love. You know what I mean? I'm just like I said, wanted to bring this stuff out. I got one more video I do want to play for the people. It's about what FEMA recommend people have out if they in a disaster, which I wanted to talk about a lot of stuff, because this stuff will help you survive a disaster. But it's 13 minutes. But it's important that all the stuff you can get on Amazon to help y'all with y'all prep. So if y'all want me to play the video, just drop a 1, or I'll just drop the link to the video in the chat and y'all can watch it on your own. I just think it's a good idea that you know, y'all should go out and buy a lot of these things what they showing, which I already have most of them, but I think the people need to see them, because during a crisis you're going to need these things like walkie-talkies, a solar powered radio, so you can know what's going on through the radio frequencies, because communication. Oh, y'all want me to play it? Okay, because communication is key. And I just think that it's important that we go out, buy these things little bit at a time. Like I said, majority of the stuff on the list I have. I just got to get my water purification stuff. But other than that, I think this is important, because like I said, they already hitting the food. Now they got control of the food. They're going to get the medicine. And then when they hit the water, it's over. That's when the hammer really going to come down. and the people is really going to feel it. And I want y'all to pay attention. Like I said, everything I'm showing is just a suggestion, but I think that y'all should invest in what's being spoken about on here for the people. So I'm gonna let this play.
Welcome back, survivalists. So FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, has a very specific list of items it wants all Americans to have in their homes at all times to be prepared for any number of man-made or natural disasters. And this is a general emergency kit to prepare you and your family for anything from tornadoes to hurricanes to pandemics. So today we're gonna run through each of these individual items that you should have in your FEMA emergency supply kit. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on those items, and then at the end of the video, I'm gonna include a few additional items that I personally think you should also have in your emergency kit. So the first thing that they recommend is having 1 gallon of water per person per day for 3 days. So if you have a family of 5, they want you to have at least 15 gallons of water stored away. And this water is going to be used not just for drinking, but also for sanitation and cooking. You know, maybe brushing your teeth, maybe cleaning yourself, washing your dishes, maybe cooking some pasta. And this is a pretty easy item to check off your list. I got these for about $1 a piece from my grocery store, and I have a bunch of these literally just sitting in a closet somewhere, just in case I ever need them. And this is really only going to be relevant for emergencies where you lose access to clean drinking water. So for example, let's say you're on public water and you have a bad earthquake and one of those water pipes on your street burst. Now you don't have access to clean drinking water anymore. If you had a really bad hurricane or flood, your drinking water could also become contaminated. If you're on a well and you have a pump for your well and you just simply lose power, guess what? That pump's not going to be pumping clean water to your home anymore. So in all these situations, having a reserve of clean drinking water is pretty important. The next item is 3 days of non-perishable food for each of your family members. So again, if you have a family of 5 and you want 3 meals a day for each of them for 3 days, that's 45 meals that you need to have set aside. Now you could just go out to your store and stock up on some non-perishable items like oatmeal or pasta or canned goods. And that's a pretty quick and easy way to stock up on a few extra meals. But another option is you could buy something like this, which is an MRE, a meal ready to eat. These are prepackaged meals that the military often use. Now one thing you should know about MREs is that they are incredibly calorically dense. One MRE may have anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000 calories in just one package. So truthfully, if you're in a tight situation, you could probably turn one MRE really into 2 different meals. Now another option is you can just simply buy a bucket of freeze-dried food like this for emergencies. This bucket here has 60 servings of meals, so that's more than enough to cover a family of 5 for 3 days. And something like that also has a 25-year shelf life, so you literally just buy one, stick it in a closet somewhere, and just not think about it until you absolutely need it. And I'll have links in the description below this video to a lot of the items I'll be referencing in this video if you want to learn more about them. So the next item that they recommend is an emergency radio with a crank on it. So I've got a few of these. This one here is from Voyager, and what I like about it is it also has a solar charger here, so you can leave it out in the daytime. It also has a USB port connections here if you wanted to maybe charge this up in your car, and it also has a flashlight on there that you can use just in case of emergencies. So the real purpose of this is in case the power goes out in your home or in your community for several days or even several weeks. This way you can still stay informed of the latest news and emergency updates. I remember when Hurricane Sandy struck New York City and they had entire blocks without any power at all. The city came in and set up stations with food and supplies and clean drinking water. But the problem was many of the residents didn't know about this and they didn't know how to access this because they didn't have emergency radios or any electricity, so they couldn't access the internet or the TV. If those residents had an emergency radio with them, they would have known that their city was providing them resources probably just a few blocks away from their home. Out of all the items today, this is probably one of the first ones that I recommend that you go out and get, just because how common it is for people to lose power in America for several days or several weeks even. All it takes is a really bad storm or a blizzard or a hurricane, and you and your families could be without power for a long time. So the next item is going to be a first aid kit. Now this is one of the less fun or exciting items, but you absolutely need to have a decent first aid kit in your home. It doesn't need to be an incredibly extravagant one, just one with all the basic necessities. If you are in an emergency situation where you lose power or clean water, hygiene is going to be incredibly important, especially if you get a cut or a burn on yourself. The last thing that you want is have a small cut that then gets infected and you don't have the ability to go to a hospital to seek actual medical treatment. So the next thing that they recommend is having a whistle for you to signal for help. Now you may be kind of quick to dismiss this item, but I actually can see a lot of situations where this could come in handy. If you're in a building that partially collapsed due to a tornado or an earthquake, hopefully you were able to shelter in place in the room with your emergency kit before that happens. When the emergency responders are searching the rubble looking for survivors, having that whistle could be the difference between life and death. I'm also reminded of Katrina, where many survivors were trapped in their attics due to the floodwater, some for several days. And as emergency responders were looking for survivors, having that whistle could be the difference between them finding you and them not. Next, FEMA recommends that you have dust masks in your homes. Now, I could see this being relevant in a lot of situations. Right now, California is seeing a large number of forest fires and people evacuating their homes at the last moment. Many of them are having to drive through very thick, dark clouds of smoke to escape. Having a dust mask like this will provide some level of filtration for that dark smoke. Also, if somebody in your household is sick, having a dust mask like this may help them from not contaminating the rest of the family. Now, something like this is just a dust mask. You can get these at Home Depot, you can get them at the dollar store. They're pretty cheap and inexpensive, and they really don't provide that much filtration, just kind of the basic filtration. Another option is you can invest in a box of medical surgical masks. Now, these could provide a little bit of filtration, but they have what's known as leakage, which is where air can come in from the sides of the mask and just bypass the mask altogether. These are really designed to keep the wearer of the mask from spreading a contagion when they cough, sneeze, or even talk. Now, really the best option is to get what's known as an N95 respirator. Now, these do provide much more filtration than a simple dust mask. If the respirator has the N95 rating, it means that it can filter out 95% of all particles 0.3 microns or larger. So this will filter out smoke, but it'll also filter out things like viruses. And because of its design, it'll create a much tighter seal around your face and have less leakage of air bypassing the filter altogether. So the next item is plastic sheeting and duct tape. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this kind of surprised me that they had this on their emergency supply kit. Now, duct tape is incredibly handy and everybody should have duct tape in their emergency kit. But I really only think that the plastic sheeting is necessary if you're facing a radiological or a biological threat. For example, if a nuclear bomb detonated kind of close to you and you're outside of the blast zone, so you survived the initial blast, but you're inside the area that's affected by the nuclear fallout, having plastic sheeting and duct tape will be great to shelter in place because you can cover up all your windows, all your air vents, all your doors, so you have no nuclear fallout that seeps into your room. It's also true if there's some sort of biological threat that is airborne and could seep into your home. Having the plastic sheeting, you can literally seal up all the access points of air coming into your home. So the reason why this kind of surprised me that they included this, because this is a pretty extreme threat, and in the last 100 years, there have not been that many situations where this would be relevant. But if you do want to cover your bases and be prepared for all emergency situations, having some plastic sheeting and duct tape will be incredibly valuable if you need a shelter in place due to a radiological or a biological threat. The next item that they recommend is moist towelettes, garbage bags, and plastic ties. Now, this is going to be used specifically for waste disposal. So if you lose power and you lose water to your home, but you don't want to have to leave your home just to go use the bathroom, you could easily rig something up with a garbage bag and a bucket, or maybe even put the garbage bag inside your toilet and use it that way. If you have enough garbage bags, this could be a one-time use for each of them. You use it, you seal it up, and you throw it out the back door. Waste disposal is one of those not as glamorous items to prepare for and something that people don't really think about. But if you don't have water coming to your home and your toilets don't flush, what do you do? So the next item that they recommend is wrench and pliers to turn off utilities. And I think what they're really referencing here is if you need to turn the gas off to your home or the water supply off to your home, and you need to have some kind of wrench or pliers in order to do that. And this one may be specific to each individual person's home, but I do recommend having some basic tools in your emergency supply kit. They then also recommend having a can opener. This is really only if you have canned foods in your home. I absolutely could see somebody stocking up on a bunch of canned foods and forgetting the can opener. The next item that they recommend is a map, and I 100% agree with that. If you lose power and you can't charge your phone, or maybe the roads are closed, and you need to get to the police department or the fire department or the hospital, or maybe just out of that area in general, having a map that you can actually hold and read is going to be invaluable. Now, they also recommend having a set of flashlights with batteries, and I absolutely agree with that. I think that that should be in everybody's emergency kit. It's also why I like this radio here, because it has a flashlight built into it as well. Now, when you're buying flashlights, you can get a directional flashlight like this, or you can get an omnidirectional flashlight like this. And personally, I really recommend that you invest in some omnidirectional flashlight. When you lose power, an omnidirectional flashlight makes it so much easier to illuminate an entire room, and it frees up your hands for activities. Now, there's some really interesting flashlight designs out there today. This one here is from Hydrolight, and it's an omnidirectional light, but you can also compact it, and now it turns into a directional flashlight. And what I really love about this flashlight, it has a rechargeable battery, which you can charge with the solar panels on the back of the flashlight or through USB. This flashlight's also from Hydrolight and actually has two different power sources. One are batteries that are here in the base that I can exchange, and the other one is rechargeable batteries that are charged from the solar panel. And I absolutely love the idea of flashlights with solar chargers built into them. So every day you just stick them outside, they charge, and then at nighttime you bring them into your home and actually use them. And again, I'll have links to these two flashlights in the description below if you want to check them out. So that's all the items that FEMA recommends, and now I'm going to add a few more items that I personally recommend that you also include in your emergency supply kit. The first one is going to be cash, and in small denominations if possible. I've absolutely seen situations where grocery stores and gas stations lose power and they can't process credit cards anymore, and they are only relying on cash. That's actually a pretty common scenario and probably happens at least once a year somewhere in America. If you're relying solely on your credit card or cell phones to purchase items, and the power goes out in your entire community because of an earthquake or a tornado or a hurricane, how are you going to buy those necessities that you need? And let's say it's a really bad situation, you need to buy supplies from a neighbor, they're probably not going to take an IOU. The next item I would recommend is after you have all your other items taken care of, I would invest in some sort of portable water filtration system. And this is really in case the emergency lasts for longer than 3 days and your water supply starts running out. This one here is from Survival Filter, and it's their manual pump. And you can use this to filter water from a pond or stream or even a puddle. But just keep in mind that this is just filtering the water of all large debris and particles, but you still need to then boil the water or treat it with chemically in order for it to be drinkable. And this particular filter is from Survival Filter, and I'm pretty happy with this product. The next item I would recommend is a box of rubber gloves. Right, and you can actually use these in a lot of different situations. If you go back to the scenario of you losing water to your home and now your toilets don't work and you're relying on trash bags instead, you're really going to be wishing that you had some rubber gloves in that type of situation. These also come in handy for medical uses if there are any injuries that you need to treat, and of course if you're in a pandemic situation and you don't want to get any kind of contaminant on your hand in public places, having some gloves like this is also really helpful. So the next item I want to recommend, I'm a little hesitant to include, but for the typical family, if you can avoid using fire at all, I kind of recommend that. For example, I'd rather see people relying on rechargeable flashlights rather than emergency candles, especially if you have a lot of small kids in your home. But if you think that your family can be responsible for fire, then I really recommend you getting some sort of propane camping stove. Now, if you already have a barbecue grill in your backyard with a propane tank, that can also suffice. But if you do lose power and you were relying solely on an electric stove or a microwave to cook water and to boil water, and having a camping stove like this may be your last resort to cook some food, heat up some water, and sanitize some water. But make sure you also have a box of waterproof matches that you keep along with your camping stove. If you guys want to see what items I recommend that you buy during
Yep. So that was pretty much it, family. Like I said, most of that stuff on that guy list that he was saying FEMA recommended, I already have. There's a few things that I don't have in my home that I'm going to buy, because I agree with a lot of that stuff that they have. I have most of that stuff already. I just don't have my water purification tablets and the plastic for the windows. I got some of my windows like that. But if something did happen and smoke came in and you want to keep the air in your house insulated from radiation and fallout, you look that stuff up, it's true. So, yeah, that's deep. What y'all think, though?
Shalom, shalom. Well, I mean, Shar Sham, I believe it to be of wise thinking to be prepared and to gather those particular items in the event that you do lose power or you can't rely on the grid. You know, where I'm at right now, there's a lot of lakes. So understanding the different natural fruits and vegetables that grow up here, understanding what lakes have good fish to fish for, that's lawful. Where I'm at, I feel blessed because there are a lot of natural resources in this particular part of the Midwest.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Like, whatever you see, man, just get what you need. Like, or whatever, like, for us, your family. I ain't telling nobody to go buy everything, because most of that stuff, people should already have flashlights, and certain things that he showed N95. Everybody should have some N95s by now. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need all that, but just get what you need on the list that you know you definitely want. Everybody should have a flashlight. You ain't gotta get a military one. And like I said, everybody should have an N95, and I recommend people get the food, the MREs. I think they're good, because if you gotta run and take your bug out bag, it's better for you to carry MREs and canned food. Throw some MREs in there and just have enough food if you gotta flee somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Like, for just common sense, put some MREs in a book bag and run. You got a meal. All you gotta do is add a little bit of water on it and heat it up, and y'all can eat. You see what I'm saying? So that's my thinking. For me, that's what I would do. Just certain stuff I would purchase on there, but I think everybody should continue stocking up and getting their stuff ready for what's to come. But that's a good way that we can survive this falling away, family. Other than that, if like I said, go watch the movie The Road. If y'all have the motivation and compassionate like that little boy did for those people, even when they was trying to do harm to them, you're not going to survive it. You're going to die out here in this war when people don't have anything. What I know about the bug out bag, I know a lot, Elder. You know, man, I've been studying this stuff even before I was in the knowledge. I always learned about survival stuff. Like, I know about a lot of things, man, that I've just been, like I said, I think the Most High have been preparing me for this for some reason. Even before he even awoke me, I was already learning about survival. Like, right now, I'm looking to get me a crossbow, a hunting crossbow, because it's a silent killer. And if you don't want to make no noise and you ain't got no gun, a crossbow can do the job. Because I already saw one at the pawn shop, and I should have brought it. And when I saw the movie The Road last night, I said, you know what? I'm going to just go get me one. I'm going to save up some money and go buy me a crossbow. Because when he hit him with the crossbow in the leg, people don't understand, man. Hey, they worse than bullets. Because once they stuck in you, it's hard to take them things out. And they hurt. See, a bullet can go through you, go straight clean through you, in and out. But when that crossbow in you, that's a dagger. That thing hurt. Out of Tashaka, you should come on the show. What you in the chat for? We good. There's no hard feelings. I understand where you was coming from and what you was trying to say on the last show. I was just giving my honest opinion from my standpoint. And even the people I blocked or whatever like that, I don't hate them. I just don't like the disrespect that they were saying towards me and the stuff they were saying, and how I don't like my people or hate my people and telling me to go kill myself and all that ridiculous stuff or commit suicide. Like, people so ignorant because you don't agree with them on everything. And that's one thing about being in Israel, being in this walk for almost 11 years. There's not a lot of genuine people in this community. It's only people that respect you if you believe what they believe 100% per se, or you agree with the doctrine they agree with, then you their brother, you good with them. But when y'all have disagreements and you don't see everything their way, then now they wish death on you or don't want you around or just die. Like, you was never a brother from the beginning. So, you know, right. And if the sword bullets will be right, bullets will be scarce at that time. I can't join this time. Oh, okay, that's no problem, Elder. Yeah, bullets will be scarce. You see what I'm saying? Because in the movie, that dude only had two bullets, 2 rounds left. That was it. Walking around with 2 rounds. So y'all should go watch the movie The Road tonight when y'all get a chance. It's free on Amazon Prime, Tuba, I think another thing called Pixel or something like that. Y'all look it up. I watched it free. It was a good movie, and it makes you think differently. And go back and read 2nd Esdras chapter 15 after you watch the movie The Road. And I guarantee a lot of people who came up against me for me saying what I'm saying, I bet you won't disagree then. because you'll realize, you know what, you're right. You're right. Because that same stuff that I was saying, that's a situation that the father will cut man in with his son. His son worried about other people and feeding them, and is they going to survive, but not worrying about your damn stuff, being weak-minded. These people savage, don't care nothing about you. They don't want you to make it.
Shar Sham, Salakia.
Go ahead.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. To have pity is to have compassion, reasoning, understanding with somebody. It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with a sword, and spoil their good, because of the lack of bread for a great tribulation. Spoil and tribulation and sword and destroy and no pity is all in that scripture, right? It's going to be, I can't even imagine how anarchy like it's going to be. Like, I don't think nobody on earth can really understand the magnitude of how Yahweh will really turn it up to max.
That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, because he said it's going to be a time on earth like it never was before. So if that's what the Most High is telling us, and it was never like this meaning this shit going to be really, really bad, like a pop the lip though type bad. So when you try to crucify somebody for a situation that you never been in or shit never happened, you don't know what the fuck you're going to do. So for you to even get mad at somebody because they said, don't come to me, don't look for me, like I'm trying to do what I got to do to help my family, that shows you that shows me stupid shit, man. I'm so sick of this. Hold on. Thank y'all. I'm trying to tired of this porn stuff, man. YouTube got to do something about that. Like, I got so many of these channels blocked on here with this stuff, and they just keep coming back. But yeah, you don't know what you're gonna do in that day. You don't have the right to judge somebody else. It's easy to say anything when the situation ain't happening, but when a real life situation happen and people walking around like the Walking Dead, and you got herds of people with guns and sticks and fire, and this shit looking like something that went on in segregation time and slavery, where they trying to come and burn the town down, and they dying from hunger, kidnapping people and eating humans. It's a whole lot of bluffing these people do, man, especially on this internet. People got a lot of stuff to say, man, but they're not really about that life. A lot of these people out here gonna be scared out their mind. And I guarantee, I'm telling you, when the scripture speaks of everybody will go back to their own people, and if you're not, you will be thrust through, that's exactly what's going to happen. So all y'all chart pushers keep thinking you're going to be hugged up with Hispanics and Mexicans and all that. Ain't going to happen. So stop it. You could be around them people all you want, but how you know what these people really saying about you, or what they saying, what they going to do if you ain't speaking that lingo? You don't know what the hell they saying. You think I'm going to sit around with my wife and kids and I'm hearing people, you don't know what the fuck they talk about, but they can speak the tongue you speak? Man, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all crazy. You got to talk how I talk and walk how I'm walking and look how I look before I even chance that. I'm far from a fool.
Shar Sham, I got the precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed into pieces before their eyes. Their horses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
Exactly. And I be damned if my kids be dashed into pieces and my wife be raped. Hell no. I ain't taking the chance. I'm listening what the Most High tell me. I'm listening what Yahweh tell me. I can care less how people feel about me in the community. Don't like me. Don't want to talk to me. I can care less. I don't give a fuck what y'all say about me. At the end of the day, when the shit go down and this shit be over, I guarantee y'all gonna say that nigga was right. That nigga was right. We should have listened. We thought these people was with us, but we should have listened. I guarantee that. So you know, at the end of the day, man, like I tell everybody before, I serve Yahweh Yahawashi only. They're the only two people I have to fear and go into judgment to be judged by. Not by no simple ass Negro walking around here thinking that they know it all, or they the leader of the nation of Israel and they know what's best for us. They ain't got no goddamn power in their hand and leading the people straight to the slaughterhouse, leading the sheep the wrong way, telling them to get jabbed up and listen to the damn enemy who's coming against us. Who the hell would tell the people to listen to the enemy and do what the enemy say? When the scriptures clearly tell you we ain't supposed to vote. Thou shalt not vote anybody that's not of your brother and king over thee. So if the Lord tell us that in the book of Deuteronomy, why the hell would we trust the government? The government is pretty much a part of the king because they're the rulers. So we should not trust none of them. None of them. I trust myself. I govern myself. I govern my own house. I follow by my own rule and Torah law rule. Okay, and follow the laws of the land. But when it comes to me and being created by the Most High, nobody's going to make me. Nobody's going to make Shar Sham. Okay, do a damn thing. I already got health issues. So I'm trying to be around as long as possible. I ain't trying to be taken out by these plagues and all the stuff the Most High bringing. And damn sure ain't trying to be taken out by no man-made plagues that they're trying to throw against us. I'd be a fool to just stick my arm out and say, go ahead. Well, I'll take my chance. It's like playing Russian roulette. And that's a game I'm not willing to play.
Shar Sham, beloved, I got one more precept.
Go ahead, Doc.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 9. There shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Verse 10, and then shall many be offered up. Hold on. Yep. I'm gonna read that again. It says, and then shall many be offered up and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. Verse 11, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abide, I believe that's abound, Salakia, the love of many shall wax cold. Exactly. Verse 13, but he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. That's all I got.
And you know something, I must be doing something right if people starting to turn on me and hate me for my opinion. I gotta be, because I'm not loved in the Israelite community. I'm hated by a lot of people because I refuse to go along with the lies.
Hey, Shar Sham, I don't want to read the scripture, but hey, you know the scripture, I don't want to read it, but damn, man. You know the scripture that talks about not trusting your enemies, that word enemy in the Bible, right?
It says thou shalt not trust thy enemy, like of iron they rust. I believe that's in the book, the Apocrypha.
It's in the Apocrypha, right? It says, as the iron rusteth, so does his wickedness, right? You know what's interesting about the word enemy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Other Israelites can be your enemy in the Bible.
Yeah, that's what
they can be your enemy in the Bible, though, literally, as well as all the other nations. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, you had right. Like King Saul was King David enemy.
I posted that in the chat for a reason. It's two Israelites, and that's a cut on Christians who try to use that scripture, love your enemies. That book was written by a nigga, two niggas about the king of niggas. That ain't got shit to do with nobody, motherfucking else. Excuse me, I didn't mean to drop the F-bomb like that, but when you know that love your enemies is a Jew talking to other Jews about a Jew. You see what I'm saying? That's not telling us to love no heathens.
Right.
At least I don't believe so.
No, because like I said, the scriptures tell you to feed your enemy. That's different. You know, yeah, you got to feed somebody, but I don't love my enemies. None of them. If they're against me, they're against me. I'm against them. You know, I love the nation of Israel. I love my people just like anybody else would love their people, because that's who we should be loving, far as I'm concerned. So I'm for my people. I'm for the rise of my people, the liberation for my people, and I'm for the rise and I'm for the domination and the ruling of the world to come for my people. That's who I'm for. And that's what all Israel should be for. But like I said, when you deal with the 12 tribe chart, man, these guys putting other nations over our sisters and things like that, and pushing multiple mixed interracial marriages and things like that all the time. And you know, that stuff is bringing the nation down. And like I said, it's going to come to the point where the lie is going to have to stop and it's going to end. And that's why I always said the Most High don't need a whole lot of people, man. He never did. He always used a small few. That was it. He never needed a whole. That's why he always called a remnant. He never needed a big ass camp or organization to go spread what he needed to spread. Because if it was true, I mean, and it was that big, and that gospel was the truth. And I know that gospel been around on damn near the four corners of the earth by now. Everybody been damn near heard of the 12 tribe chart and brothers on the corners preaching and speaking and stuff since 1969. You see what I'm saying? That stuff been everywhere now. Damn near everywhere. Everybody's knowing who the Hebrew Israelites are as far as teaching that. So if that shit was the truth and that gospel it touched the earth, and that's supposed to have been the so-called, like they say, we got to get this word everywhere. Why Yahawashi ain't returned yet? You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, because that's what they used to tell us. We gotta push this truth to the four corners. We gotta push it to the four corners. But thing is, it's not true. The Bible already been pushed to the four corners of the earth. The Bible is the truth. It's just unlocking it and be able to read it and understand it so you can get the understanding of the truth in the Bible. That's the true gospel. Understanding what was left for us and the way that Yahawashi forged the light for the people to follow his path of truth. So a lot of our brothers still have the Pharisee mindset. And a lot of these brothers are not teaching y'all what's going on today for survival. All they teaching y'all is to come on their chats, watch them debate this guy, watch them debate that guy, watch them cut this person up, and send in your super chats and all your donations to them, and keep sending in your GoFundMe money. But is they really telling y'all what's coming down the pipe? How you going to survive, what you should be doing, how you should be prepping, and how you should be getting ready? Because I guarantee y'all, if we see Israelites out here, why the shit riding, people with fringes, and it's going to happen. Y'all going to see people in stores. You're going to ask yourself, damn, what camp they with? What organization did they belong to? Why wasn't they ready? And why was the leaders wasn't warning them to get ready? Why wasn't they publicly telling them, hey, y'all should be getting ready for this. Y'all should be getting ready for that. This is what's happening. This is what we see going on. They should tell the people. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's going on right now, even on this live stream, all this stuff is being recorded. And it's not just recorded on the earthly realm. It's being recorded on the spiritual realm. The Most High see it all. He knows all. So the stuff they not doing, he know who really telling the people. He know who really care for the people. He know who really want to wake the nation of Israel up. He really know who don't. Everybody got a part to play in this thing. That's what's going on. Shar Sham just playing his. And I hope I'm doing my job well. And I hope the Most High, Yahawashi, say I was a good servant. And I got my right to make it in the kingdom and get a crown. So if anybody else want to come on, y'all can come on. Other than that, I'm gonna shut the show down in a few. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say? Elder Yehuda, Shar.
All praises to Yahawashi Yahawashi. Peace and blessings to the brothers on the panel as well as the brothers and sisters in the chat. And I mean, just sincerely teaching that the 12 tribes of Israel are a Negro people is the only plausible and logical conclusion. Everything else sounds like absolute madness, Doc. That's all I got to say.
I mean, it is. It's like I said, I feel for our people. You know, I feel great sorrow for a lot of our people, man. And at first, I was a little down by the hate that I was getting. I talked to my wife about it, but you know, after that, and the Most High talked to me, like they supposed to hate you, Shar Sham, because they hated me. So that's what I'm like. You know what? Fuck it. I'm okay with it. I'm doing something right then. If y'all attacking me, Good. I'm gonna keep talking shit. I'm gonna keep talking shit. Obviously, I'm saying something right. If it's hitting the nerve, I'm saying something right. So if y'all hate me for telling the truth, then fuck it. Just hate me. I don't care. It's okay with me. Shalom, sis. Most High bless. Leading the sheep astray. Yes, a lot of people are leading the sheep astray because they won't tell the sheep the truth. All they want to do to the sheep is get their money. That's it. And enjoy life while they're here on earth. They don't really want to get the people to salvation. They don't really want to get the people to repent. Because if they did, they'll be telling them what to do and what time it was. You saw what shout out to my brother K Judah, my big brother K Judah. You saw what Creflo Dollar did. Don't send tapes anymore. Throw all the videos and tapes away in books I said about Titan, because that nigga knew he was wrong. He living the life of a millionaire, damn near a billionaire, man. Let's keep it real. Come on now, the kingdom of heaven ain't for him. You heard what the scripture says. A man got a better chance of walking through the hole of a needle sitting on a camel than a rich man getting into heaven. Let's keep it real. So,
Shar Sham.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I read the scripture?
Yes, you can, brother. Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 22 and verse 33. Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can ye escape the damnation of hell?
Exactly. And I don't plan on going there. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to see it. Pray I don't have to see it. I don't want to be around it. I'm trying to walk into the light out. And I ain't talking about the light that's burning. You understand?
Hey, Joshua, hey, let me read one more, please.
Go ahead.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 12 and verse 34. It says, O generation of vipers, how can ye be evil, speaking good things? For out of the abundance of thy heart, the mouth speaketh.
Right, exactly. So, and I want to speak on another thing I saw too recently. I saw a video of HOI and Wi-Fi. I think they was out there in DC. They had some white guy kissing their boots and shit like that. And I laughed at that, man. And I was like, listen, man, I wish we come out that carnal mind state. Like, we filthy rags, y'all. We don't need to be having these Gentiles kissing our feet. The Lord said that he would let them do that. And they would do that. They would come to us, man. He didn't say they would come to us while we street preaching and talking trash about the white man and all that stuff. We not even clean our stuff. Some of these brothers out there that's doing that, y'all is worse than some of these people in the streets. Y'all doing all types of wickedness, hate your own brothers, committing all types of fornication, adultery, stealing from your own damn people, and y'all got Gentiles out there kissing y'all boots like y'all so goddamn holy and royal. Y'all a bunch of goddamn hypocrites, man. And y'all need to stop that shit. Stop that shit, man. Grow up and stop that shit, man. And teach repentance to the people. And teach those Gentiles they should be following the Most High. Because the Most High want all nations to follow and worship him. Okay? So we got to stop that. We just got to stop that stuff. And it's becoming disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem in Israel. The YouTube trends, the camp trends, and what we saw the elders do years ago and leaders, because all that shit look cool. But when you start to really think about it, how can you make somebody bow down and do this and that when you nothing but filthy rags yourself? Like, come on, man, stop it. You ain't even repenting yourself. You're not even cleaning up your own skeletons in your closets. Like I said, some of y'all don't even respect your own brethren. You don't have respect for the men you're around. You just want to manipulate them, sleeping with their wives, disrespect their kids, but you're going to have heathens bow down and kiss your feet like you somebody fucking great when you're not. It's like, it's just disrespectful out here in Israel. That's why I said the community is becoming a joke, because a lot of things that's going on in the community would not have been allowed. The elders would never allowed it. They would never allow brothers to bring in hip hop into the camps in a community where they wearing jeans and Jordans and fitted hats to camps and bulletproof vests and all that crazy shit. They took the whole, like, that's why I said the Israelite community has been infiltrated by COINTELPRO. It has been. Just look at it. Look what they did to it. And it's like everybody raging war with each other. And then you got people from the old school want leadership positions and rule over men. Want everybody to bow down and worship them. And who has the biggest camps and who got the best garments and who making the most goddamn money. That's what it has come to. Is that what Yahawashi set up for us? No, that's not the way. So that's why I don't follow them. So with that, family, I'm gonna go ahead and say shalom. Y'all, since nobody else coming on, I'm about to close this thing down, get myself some rest. Elder Don P, you still there? You want to say something? I don't know if he's driving, doing what he's doing, but if anybody else want to come on, it's your last shot before I close it down. Fed everybody a good night. Hope y'all go check out the movie The Road. Please check it out.
Shar Sham, peace and grace to you, brother. I got to be at the plantation early. Peace and grace to the brothers and sisters in the chat.
All right,
Shalom.
Shalom, Mark. Appreciate you. All right, family. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank y'all for the love and support. Appreciate everybody. I think I saw my brother Augustus Kane came on, so I'll give you a couple of more minutes. But I appreciate the support of y'all, and I hope the stuff I presented to y'all today can help y'all in y'all walk and in y'all journey and what's going on, and y'all take everything y'all need from it, and apply it to y'all people, because we in these last days, we in these shaky times where a lot of things is going on. Shalom, Mark. Most High bless. You there?
Yeah, shalom. My bad. Yeah, will you be at the debate this weekend?
No, I'm not going to make that.
I mean, I was hoping you do.
I was going to come, but I decided not to. I had more of important things, and plus, like I said, I'm trying to save some finances right now, because when I thought about it, if I would have came, I probably would have took the bus up there. But it's like tolls and gas prices and stuff like that. Everything is too high right now, and I'm not going to do a whole bunch of traveling around with just too much. Everything is just too high right now. You know what I'm saying? To be traveling like that. Like I said, it takes $94, $95 to fill my car. You know what I mean? That's a week. My gas bill now for my house is almost $800 a month with 2 vehicles. It's just everything is too inflated, and I don't. For me, I'm not traveling all these different places just to watch somebody debate. The hell with that. It ain't worth it to me. Not with tolls in New York and gas. It's just too much.
Con. Yeah, well, I was hoping, I hope pretty soon, you guys will, brothers in Israel will accept your debate challenge to debate the 12 lost tribes of Israel.
That ain't gonna happen.
Why not? I mean, come on, man. I mean, I know y'all want the smoke. I want to see them guns.
Well, you gotta understand, man. Nobody gonna debate somebody that was a part of something that they came in and know the doctrine and know it's a lie. So they'll take on anybody that's an outsider. Like, and then when they do want to take on somebody, they want to take on it in a controlled environment where they got the upper hand. See, my thing is, when you do a debate like that and you're debating your own, you gotta be somewhere where other people moderating, where they can control the narrative and have an upper hand on it, because people want to control your information and what you bring out and what you rebuttal in. That's the situation. See, the thing is, they know it's many of them brothers know it's a lie, man. That's why they would never debate it. Nobody gonna debate a lie when they know they're not gonna win against it. You see what I'm saying? That's why I keep telling them, when they ask me about how I felt about the debate and why I said Garfield should win, he should, because I'm not on Garfield's side. I'm not even rooting for Garfield. I'm on the side of truth, not a lie. So why the hell would I say the real Hebrew should win when he teaching a lie and he know that shit a lie? He even was on camera admitting to the brothers in Chicago Israelites that it was a lie and he know it wasn't right. So why the hell would I say he's going to win when he himself know it's a lie? That's unintelligent, bias. And that's what I mean about the community. The community is so biased, brother. They're biased. And brothers don't respect you no more or roll with you no more. Or brothers say, well, I'm not going to say nothing about it because they don't use French and all that shit, man. That's what this shit's about. I thought this shit was about following and getting to the kingdom and following what the Messiah say. It shouldn't be about biasness when you know something ain't right. And this is for anybody or anybody debating on any topic or any book, whether we're reading the Quran, the Metanetta, the Book of the Dead, you see what I'm saying? Or we're reading Joe Witness Bible or any religious text. It should not be a bias there. It should be about the truth. I'm on the side of truth. I ain't on the side of bias.
Facts.
So,
yeah, I'm 100% with you, Shar Sham. I'm 100% with you on that, my brother. 14th Street, Israelite. Are they still teaching on 14th Street?
Elder Bakwash, yeah, they still teaching.
Okay, so y'all don't roll with them anymore. They're still teaching the 12 lost tribes.
I got love for Elder Bakwash. He don't believe in the charter 100%. He'll tell you that.
Okay.
He'll tell you he still use it, but he don't believe in himself because he know it's not right. He'll tell you that it's out of his own mouth. You know what I mean? And like I told him, I just felt like
all right, one more last question.
Don P, you there? I don't know what's going on with Don P. Go ahead.
I got one more last question, and shout out to that congregation as well. Even though there may be some Christian doctrine, like you said, but shout out to Israel United in Christ, IUIC. But what is your thinkers and thoughts on them brothers going and right in front of them black churches? What is your take on that, my brother? Because one of the members had a firearm, though. One of the members had a firearm. What you know? I don't.
Well, they recently got shot at. So, they recently got shot at. Somebody shot at them when they was out there teaching.
Yeah, but why? Okay, I mean, I can understand they're trying to wake the people up, but only the lost sheep will hear the truth. I mean, what's yeah, I forgot what.
Okay, so what's my opinion of them going out there teaching outside of churches?
Yeah.
Well, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. I don't want to be a hypocrite because it's no different from somebody going outside teaching on the street. They still teaching on the street. So if they decide they want to go out there and teach on a black church, then hey, more power to them. I just feel like for myself, I think I'm a go street teaching again, but not the way everybody else doing it because I don't want to go beating a dead horse. What I mean by that is me going to the Christian church would be pointless. They don't want to hear that. The scriptures tell you how they told the prophets, don't prophesy us these things, but prophesy smooth things. They want to hear smooth things. I can't tell them smooth things. I want to tell them the truth. So I'm not going to go beat a dead horse. Some brothers say you should still go there. You might save 1 or 2 souls. To me, it's not really worth it. Wasting my energy and time trying to save 1 or 2 souls. And then you might not even be really saving souls for real. They might be here and you can plant a little seed, but that's up to the Most High because usually in a Christian church, people get sucked right back in. They get sucked right back in with the music, the theatrics, the dance, the women ruling in the church. You see what I'm saying? So
come.
I can't hear you, Don P. I can't hear you if you're speaking.
Can you hear me?
No, I ain't talking to you, Augustus. I'm talking to Don P. You're having some trouble.
Yeah.
I can't hear you at all. But you know what I'm saying? They get caught up in the theatrics.
I was kicked out of the Christian church one time. Once I was kicked out of the Christian church.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. You got feedback though. You got another window open. But but of course, you know what I'm saying? That's with anything though. You gotta understand they're gonna kick you out if you're going against them because it's all about the money. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. It's not about money or just money from like people donate if they want to donate. It's not a problem. We ain't tripping. I don't be asking for donations from people. They see Cash App or whatever they want to donate or help out with something. It's all love. It's not a thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't do this for money. I don't do this for donations. I sincerely come on here, take the time out to study, research, break shit down, and teach the people because I really love my people and I want my people to make it out of this thing. Them that are chosen to, or the ones that are, be wise. You see what I'm saying? And I'm trying to make it out of this thing. But I know that it'll be a great judgment for me if I just hold my tongue and don't say nothing. I was speaking about the same stuff with my mom today about what's going on. And we was talking and she's talking about her prepping more food and stuff like that. My mother not even the truth, man. My
True talk. What makes you suspect? Augustus suspect.
Man, I don't know what he mean by that. But you know what I'm saying? Like You know, my mom prepping, she getting ready, you know what I'm saying, for whatever to come. You know, my mom's about to be 60 years old, man. She ain't got time to be out there in no lines, and she's that old and see what's going on, see the inflation, the way things going on in her dad stuff. Like my stepfather almost 80. You see what I'm saying? Like
Gone.
He can't be out there in no lines trying to get water and canned goods and food and stuff like that. That's why I was out there. I helped my mom out. I went and brought her canned goods and gave her money to go take care of, you know, their house so they can live and try to survive through this thing. But you can't help everybody. You know, even yourself, you gotta, you know, get prepared, you know, your family.
Right.
Because like I said, man, when this shit go down, it's go down. Like, you know, right then. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be Israelites out there. Y'all going to see with fringes, garments, probably running in stores and all that. Why? Because they didn't prepare. You got Israelites, I'm trying to tell you, that I met in the community, been in the community many years, some 20, 25 years. Told me out their own mouth. The only time I opened up the Bible was when I went to the church. We learned that. I'm like, what? So you mean you didn't take time to study? You didn't take time to teach? You was just a follower all these years of your life?
Right.
Like the Most High tell you should be doing this. And that's why I tell everybody it's a higher learning to the thing. That's why he told Ezra, keep these books for y'all and yourself and for, you know, the priests, the prophets, people like that. And you give these people books to them because it's not for everybody. Everybody ain't going to get it. Everybody ain't going to understand. That's why everybody got a part to play in the body. Too much knowledge for certain people will corrupt them. They don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to deal with it. That's why I said this book collection I got, God gave it to me for a reason. They didn't give it to somebody else. So must be for a reason. Everybody don't need to have it. Because some people can read the information, don't know how to deal with it, don't know how to take it. Might drive themselves crazy. Who knows?
Well, I'm at work right now. I just got done my break, so until next time. Shalom, Israel. Shalom.
All right, Most High bless.
Shar Sham, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Elder. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you for bringing the live tonight. And the topic was definitely time appropriate. And, you know, the biggest thing that we got to do moving forward here is keeping the faith.
Yes.
Because, you know, he talks about those who endure to the end. And we got some real rough times coming. And those are the things we have to prepare for based on our ability of what he's given us. And as more light is given, move into that light and you'll get more light. And what I mean by light is revelation.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be instructed what you need to do. My instructions are flee Babylon. And I got some other reports that are really got me kind of that want to get me anxious, but I'm not trying to entertain them because they're talking about things escalating on a timetable that was a lot more aggressive than the timetable that I have mapped out. The timetable I have mapped out is like me gone end of the year. Mm-hmm. But what they're talking about is a lot more aggressive and a lot more soon.
Before then, right? Right.
Yeah. Way before then.
What I was hearing, they trying to have this pandemic going, what I believe is at the start of the winter. That's when this shit gonna drop. So take it from me, Israel. I'm telling y'all got about a good 2 months before it get real cold when they know everybody ain't gonna be in the streets, everybody ain't gonna be out there. That's when this shit really gonna start hitting the fan and they're gonna turn that pressure up some more. See, it's easy when it's hot outside because they know niggas gonna be out there, people gonna eat, you gonna cook out, but not when that snow falling and not when that temperature is very, very, very low.
Hey,
people cannot, especially black people, cannot deal with the cold.
I heard the date is more aggressive and it's outside of my time. I can deal with the end of the year, but this timetable, if they're correct, then we're looking at about a month.
Yeah.
And me and DeBar, we was on the phone earlier and trying to analytically look at and historically look at, map out, okay, what's the peak point before they start lockdowns?
Well, I heard this. They said, I believe the end of July or the middle of July, they
Yep, you're right.
they're increasing products, they're increasing everything again. So I don't know if y'all was aware of that.
You're right, Sham.
But they said gas is supposed to be going up, food is going up, and they did say that electric and water will be going up. And I got my bill yesterday, and they already went up. My bill was up $100 something on my electricity, which pissed me off, and my water bill was ridiculous. And I was like, God damn, I need to switch to somebody else because, like I said, when I'm trying to see y'all, I think they trying to starve the people out, and they're going to charge you more for the resources and do everything. And that's why when I played the video and they was over in, I believe, Australia or Canada, somewhere, they was telling them to cut their lights off at a certain time. So now I was telling my wife, you know, I think it's time for us to find a way to start preserving energy. And we're just going to start using less power and start using just other things as far as like light in the house, like open the windows more and things like that, and let the natural light seep through as long as possible, because it's a lot of shaky shit going on that we got to watch. And they know a lot of people don't have the funds and money to be paying these kind of high bills. They're not even making that kind of money on their job. Like I said, I can't even buy lunch at work no more. A damn cheeseburger now, just for a cheeseburger, is $10.80. I'm like, what the hell is this? Is crazy for one burger with no fries and a drink. Damn near $11. No.
Hey Sham, let me ask you this. Are you in an apartment?
No, I have a house.
Okay, cool. So you might have to sacrifice
CDS
so that you can benefit. So you can benefit later.
Videos on CDs. Oh, the video you talking about, the videos I showed, sis? I don't know. I don't have the ability to do that. I can drop the links in here though, and if you could download them. Let me drop the links, and you could download them to you can download them to like a USB thumbnail. That way you always can have it, so you can know what to do. That's one of the videos. And where is the other one? Go ahead, Elder Don P. I'm listening.
No, I was just saying, you know, it's like the Most High has given me the abilities, blessed me, honestly, has blessed me from where I was at that point 3 years ago to where I am now today. The Most High has blessed me to be able to prep. And so the good thing about where you at, man, if you can do it, get yourself an Energizer 2000 watt solar generator and get yourself Booz RV fold out solar panels. You can put those in your yard, and then you'll be able to run AC, baby. You'll be able to run the AC.
Yeah, I'm looking at that stuff already, solar panels, and I'm looking at this thing called a Jackery box. It's like
no. I mean, Jackery's cool, but I chose the Energizer over Jackery after looking at LED Farmer's review of solar generator, because those companies, they give him, because he started buying all these generators and testing them and putting it out there for us. They're like, hold up, he's doing this for free. Why don't we get him involved some kind of way? So now he got discount codes.
I got what you're saying. You talking about the videos of me talking and showing people. You want me to put these videos? I got you. So what I'll do is I'll download them and I'll buy a thumb drive, and you tell me what videos you want, and I'll put it on a thumb drive for you. And email me your address or whatever you want me to send it to, and I'll mail it to you. I can do it that way. Yeah, I'll mail it to you, sis. I got some extra thumb drives. So what I'll do is I'll download them and put it on a thumb drive. You tell me the videos that you want me to send to you, and I'll send it to you. Shar Sham, do you collect rainwater? No, I can't collect rainwater. It's illegal here. They'll lock me up. Yeah, rainwater in Maryland. If you collect rainwater, they'll find out you collecting rainwater. They'll lock you up because they say you don't own the air and all that bullshit. You know, Maryland got a lot of funny laws, but that's like that in a lot of places because they did a car dealership like that. They had a rainwater catch system where they was using rainwater to wash their cars, and they told them that they had to take it down because and they wanted them to pay for water. So
that's the game, baby. That's the game. Anything they can get you to pay for, it's all good. If you can't pay for it, if they can't get stamps off of it, no. That's why all these folks get killed. As soon as they invent some that usurps the pay system of these paymasters, they're dead.
yeah, they don't want you to have nothing free. They would charge us for
Nothing.
air if they could.
Hey, the time is coming. They already charging us for water.
Yeah,
The
they'll
time
charge
is
you for
coming.
air if they could.
The time is coming. So anyway,
Yeah.
you know, I want our people to be prepared for whatever, you know, and the thing about it is you really have to entreat the Most High because He had your life planned before one of your days began,
Go ahead,
before you take
Don,
your
I'll be
first
right
breath.
back. Go ahead, I'll
Huh?
be right back. I'm gonna step
Yeah.
away for 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it down till you come back. But yeah, He had all of our days planned before one of them were. And that should give us the confidence that we don't have to worry about those things. What he said, the cares of life, what we're going to wear, what we're going to eat. Da, da, da. And in these times, seriously, all we need to be concerned about is the plan that He has for us to move to that place of safety where we can be cared for until He carries out the rest of His plan. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, it's like this. It's either all true or none of it's true. And I can take some derivations, I can take some alterations, but I know at the core and the base of the thing, you can't alter all that. Therefore, we have a certain amount of truth that's been given to us that we need to walk in because that truth was given to us. And so that truth that was given to us, that's what we're responsible for. We're not responsible for anything more than what was given to us. And I see you back, Shar Sham, so take the helm.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, whatever we responsible for, what we have, you know, we responsible for our own survival, man. Like I said, the man is the head, then the woman. So we have to prepare and do what we got to do for our families, especially as men. You know, like I said, everybody want to be a man these days and walk into a black man's shoes, but they don't know what it's the hardest thing of being us. We got the world against us, man. We under a lot of pressure. You know, and our women, they expect a lot from us, especially our wives in this truth. You know what I'm saying? They looking at us for protection and guidance. And I'm not a weak man. You know, everybody had mental health issues sometimes and go through emotional things. That's life. You know, mental health is a serious thing. But and I'm not going to say everybody. I'm just say a lot of people. But I feel like I was built for this. You know, most time He prepared me for this since I was a child. I've been through a lot. So, you know, when it's come, you know. But like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, even if I have to fight down and save my family, I'm going to do the best I can because I don't care what happened. Even if I go, I know my children will remember me and say, my father was a good man. He did everything he could to protect us, and he made sure we had. And you know, he did the best he could. He protected us, and they respect and love me for that, you know, and honor me for that. My legacy is the most important thing, because you remember the scripture always talking about having a good name. It's how you be remembered. You know what I'm saying? You want to be remembered for having a good name or remembered for having a bad name? I don't want to be remembered for having a bad name. You know, I want and it's not even about to the people. It's really about my family, because what my wife and children think means the most. What any other people think about me, the ones on the internet and people that hate me and all that, probably want me to die and wish death on me. I don't give a fuck what the people think about me. But their opinion of me means the most. Oh, they doing good, Lima. They doing good. They get my daughter, she just turned 7. They getting big and driving me crazy. Keep daddy going. I told them I'm not that young, but they think I'm in my 20s. I ain't got that energy no more like I used to, but I'm trying to get it back there.
Hey, Shar, let me tell you something. More importantly than what your daughters think of you, because that is actually, this is what I'm going to say is actually going to line up with that. What your daughter thinks of you is secondary to what the Most High thinks of you, because their opinions are going to be based on what the Most High thinks of you, because what the Most High thinks of you is based on your obedience.
Right. But the reason I'm saying
continue to be obedient, Doc.
The reason why I was saying that too is because of, a girl's first love is their father when it comes to a man.
Right.
So hopefully one day when they're old enough, they'll look for a man like me.
Right.
And not a knucklehead or, anything like that. Most High willing, if I'm still here. To realize.
Well, these are the times that try men. And so your daughters are going to see you prove yourself manly, and they ain't going to settle for nothing less, because we about to go through it, bro. Even if we got to fight our way out of here to get out of here, we're about to go through whatever is we about to go through, and we got to go through it manly.
Mm-hmm.
So what a time to be alive.
Hey man, I was saying that I was on P, right, but I was telling another brother about situations in life. I said, man, listen, what if we was born in a time where we was getting captured and thrown on the boats? What if we was born in a time when we had to go through segregation? Like everybody got their part. Like some of them or some of us was born in a time where they didn't have to have a great pain and stuff like that. But like I said, everybody is built for what they built for. The Most High creates us, and He don't put no more on than what we can't handle.
Exactly.
He throws in scenario that we made for. So I feel like the people here in this time and these days, we was built to go through this shit because we was the ones that's chosen to deal with this part of this story that's being written. So
absolutely.
Depends on how it's going to turn out. Just remember, you got to make the best choices possible, and always going to be the best. You might have to kill somebody and keep it moving. And that might haunt somebody to death. Sometimes you just got to have a clear conscience. Like, look, I have no problem killing no one. I can tell you clearly why, because I understand what the scripture says. King David killed thousands.
I'm not going to murder nobody. I'm not going to murder nobody. But I'm going to kill if I got to.
He murdered one man and was judged. So at the end of the day, all that wimping and stuff, that's why I said I think differently. People, y'all minds don't work like mine, because if you understood the scriptures, then you would know that shit happens. You got to do what you got to do. And just because you killed somebody don't mean you're a bad person. I mean, if you gonna let him kill you, go ahead.
David was a bloody man of war.
Yes, he was.
And that's why he couldn't build the holy temple. Now I'm gonna mess your head up. Now, not your head, because you too deep. I'm gonna mess other folks' head up. David was a bloody man of war. Now let's juxtapose David was a man after the Most High's heart. Don't y'all know that the Most High is a warrior? That He sends His sword through the vineyard, and all the grapes are going to be dripping. That's who He is. That's why He said, David is a man after my own heart. David didn't back down to nothing. It's like Are you kidding me? You come against me, you uncircumcised Philistine. I'm going to take your head and serve it up and serve your body up to the vultures of the air. You don't even know who you coming against. And
Scripture
so,
say, man,
man,
war,
I want that power. I want that power.
He said he's
The
a man
power
of
of
war,
our father Dawid. Yeah,
and
I
war
want
killeth.
that.
So
Man,
it's nothing wrong with killing nobody. I don't murder nobody, but if you got to kill, do what you got to
you
do.
got to do what you got to do.
What I'm telling you is not a lie. It's all scriptural. Show me
Mhm.
anywhere in the scriptures where somebody killed somebody and they sin. Killing somebody is not a sin. Murder is. It says thou shalt not murder. Doesn't say thou
Mhm.
shalt not kill. The
Yeah.
Lord tell you, I'm a man of war. The Lord killeth and maketh a lie. That's why all them brothers got mad at me when I told them the Most High don't murder. They say, you trying to make the Most High power limitless? And I said, I'm not trying to make the Most High limitless, but the Most High is perfect. He's the most perfectest being ever, and he doesn't deal with corruption, nor does he sin. So why would he murder? Do that make any sense, Don P? Why would the Most High murder if he don't sin? He's perfection. He's everything right. So if he's sinning, that means the Most High is not pure. He's not imperfection, and he wouldn't teach. He wouldn't teach us. He don't teach us to murder. So it don't make sense to say that the Most High murder. I ain't saying he can't, and I'm not saying his power limitless, but I'm saying I don't believe the Most High murder. That's just my
Murder would make him unjust.
That's what I'm saying. Like he would be
And
considered.
then everything is nothing. And that's not how he gets down. And so anybody want to say the Most High murders? No, 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 no. The Most High judges, and he has the right
to
judge his creation. I created you, just like your mama used to tell you. I brought you in this world. I'll take your ass out.
Exactly.
But guess what? Ultimately, the ultimate is the Most High is I created you in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And how can the pot say to the potter, get out of here? Get out of here. Shah, I'm gonna get off, man, because if not, we gonna be on here all night.
Qanath, I appreciate you.
I love you, Doc. And I really appreciate the reports that I heard earlier. And I look forward to it, man. Here's what we gotta do though, because I'm speaking above other people's heads. We gotta keep the cohesiveness and the enthusiasm so that the project can come together, because we are going to benefit the most if we can hold together this project and bring it forth, bring it to birth with all of us, because now we're talking about cost and all this other stuff. But hey, man, the latest thing I heard today, ooh-wee, that's beautiful. So I can't wait to talk to you in the future. And we'll let the family know what's going on, as it goes forward. But I'm so enthused about the news that I heard today. And hey man, Shar Sham, come on, let's do this.
Hey man, like I said, I'm doing any and everything that I can do to protect my family. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, but of course, I want to make it to the kingdom. But if I gotta die trying to preserve my wife and kids, man, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. It's of the Most High will. I ain't saying I'm Superman or I'm trying to die out here, but at the end of the day, man, this shit gonna be terrible, and I just can't imagine nobody raping my wife and kids while I got breath in my body to not let that happen to them. You know what I mean? Because that's a terrible thing for anybody that had to go through that. But it just this thing and what's going on and seeing this shit really playing out in our lifetime is really riding my spirit up on like a level that I never felt before, like of anger and anxiety and it's like it's activating something inside of me, like I just can't let this happen. You know what I mean?
You're not alone. You're not alone, nephew.
I'm breathing breath in my body, and I'm still on this earth, and I can stand in front of my wife and children behind me. It's like it's activating powers in me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Most High, give me the strength.
Supernatural.
Yeah, like I can't let this happen. Like that's what it's doing in my mind, like making me feel like, you know, war. Like
Your mind is being renewed for the situation that you're about to walk into.
All my mind saying is kill. Like I'm about to snap. And if you in my way and you coming for us, then it's a target on everybody. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, that's real, man. It's like your mind. It's like our minds are being refitted, and well, I can say that for me, bring it out of the Christianity mindset. See, Christianity mindset will have you allow yourself to have throat slit.
Mm-hmm.
The mindset that we're in as Yehuda and the nation of Yasharel, you ain't slit nothing. We blowing your head off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's based on scripture. If y'all don't think that we warriors, oh my goodness. And that's why we have to be grouped together and we can't be isolated. Because as an individual, you can only deal with 1,000 of them crackers. But with 2 of us, guess what? We can deal with 10,000 of them. And if it's me, Shar Sham, and Qanath, not to mention AK Judah, man, come on now. And even like Naphtali, she'll be up there popping her things. So, you know, hey, Yahuwah, his name is Yahuwah Tesvav. Yahuwah Tesvav. That means he is the commander of the host of the armies of his kingdom. And if you don't think he controls that, we just put soldiers in the physical, man. Man, let me get off of here, Shar. We're gonna be there all night. You're doing the right thing. You're looking in the right direction. Fortify until your door of exit. Your door exit, when it comes open, that's what you need to take, because that's the opportunity that the Most High is giving you, and that's what I'm looking at now, and that's why I'm really pressing towards end of the year being gone. Anyway, love you, nephew. We can talk later. And
all right,
everybody in the chat. Hey, because I was driving earlier, I gotta say shalom to Weezy, to my niecey Star, and Lima. Okay, Judah, if you're in the chat, I loved your teaching earlier. Just all the folks of Hope. I love y'all. And I really can't wait to see us in our community, because K Judah got some stuff planned, y'all. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. And I look forward to that. I look forward to that when we come out of this here, what we're dealing with, because there's a lot of tribulation. And we want to get ourselves situated before the real times with Jacob come. And I love y'all. And hey, man, let's keep in the core of F.O.P.E, a project that we're trying to work on for our people's benefit, not just for our people's edification, but for our people's benefit. Man, let's just press on that. Let's stay on the gas. And no excuses. There are no excuses. There really aren't any, because I believe the head or councilship of F.O.P.E, there's solutions and everything. How much are you willing? That's the thing. If you're looking for a free ride, that ain't the thing. But how much are you willing? And with that, I'm gonna land my plane, Shar Sham, or else we're gonna be in the air for another 2 hours.
All right. You're right. All right. Thanks for coming on, Elder Don P. Most I bless you. All right, family. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I think this was a great show. I hope this video edified a lot of y'all. Y'all take heed to what I was saying. Like I said, I'm just giving y'all my thoughts and opinion on how the Most High showed me things. I be seeing visions and having dreams. I've been having visions and dreams since a child. But, the Most High talked to me through messages that way and tell me things. So I'm just warning the people. But whatever's to come, I don't know. I just know y'all need to be ready for it and prepared, because we got to get through this thing together. And, all my people on here, all our great followers and viewers, I love y'all. And I don't want y'all to get caught out there in that mess, man. I don't want y'all get caught up with these One West camps and they telling y'all the best thing and solutions that y'all should be doing and getting jabbed up and go looting or trying to get food and standing and depending on the government and things like that. A lot of these people really don't love y'all. They talk it, but they really don't walk it. They say it, but they really don't show it. You know what I mean? Like my brother earlier, King Judah, had a video showing Creflo Dollar and how they was using spells to get money. They just want people to take care of them. They're not really forging the path and showing people the way and what they need to do. Like you can show somebody, but you have to step forth, take actions to do what you got to do to get to where you need. You can't depend on somebody else to get you there. I mean, Israel is suffering around the four corners of the earth. We all got needs, wants, and things that we trying to do. We all suffering as Israelites around the four corner of the earth. If you can help your fellow brother, help him. If you can't, not, it's all good. The Most High know your mind, your heart, and he knows sincerely that you care about your people is the most important thing. So with that, I'm going to say grace and peace. Shalom to everybody. Most High bless. Until the next time, I'm out. I love y'all. Star Lima, Weeze, King Judah, Atia, everybody in the chat, Triana, Laya. Big shalom to all the brothers, 6 Foot Soldier, Corey Brown. Most High bless y'all. Shalom. I believe this is, what's this one?
I'm tired. I've been on this plantation all my life. I've been enslaved all my life. I'm tired of being pushed and pulled. I'm tired of the master doing his bidding. I want to leave.
You done this to yourself, Pats.
You know why we not afraid? What? He's great in turban. Turban's destruction. Y'all think it come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying yes we can. No justice, no peace. Go! Fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This my battle cry. Oh! Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that fall. They stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfucker Jewish. We lords, generals, army. arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say Jacob gon' take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my sharecrop. This lily grew through concrete. We march to our own drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped up for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. It's for Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives no red dot that feather. Me primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out, put the headdress on. War paint and I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfuck popo. This my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and that painting. Of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm hired. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat fashioned. In the trap we escaped, our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnate, so be hopeful and know I bring word from A and O to Pharaoh and white folk, let my people go, cause